Good evening. Welcome to Shop Live with Mimi and Russ. We're a little bit slow today because we're very tired. We have been working very hard to get prepared this week for a exciting show that we're getting ready to do. It's our what?
Thursday we're having an open house and we're featuring estate jewelry.
And what is estate jewelry?
Estate jewelry is technically anything that's pre-owned or old.
Yep. When you hear the word estate jewelry, you typically think about, older jewelry, period pieces. But, if someone passes away or something happens like that, they have an estate sale or whatever. That's estate jewelry as well. Anything like Mimi said is pre-owned, but also we like to refer to estate jewelry as, jewelry that's been the antiques that have time periods. Like we have the Victorian era. Then you go to Edwardian, you go to Belle Epoque or Belle Epoque if you speak French, and then you go to Art Deco, and then you go to the mid-modern. Then you go to the 70s when you kind of had the textured pieces, a lot of the nugget and rough gold, hand wrought gold,
space inspired,
which is how I got into it during that period. My dad got into doing hand wrought gold, and we actually have some of his estate pieces that we've acquired, but. Jewelry itself transcends the centuries because it means something to someone. It's always been a gift of love, a gift of status, or you want to have a celebration for a particular reason. Jewelry is always a great thing to have. And what I love about estate jewelry, older pieces, when you go look at them, when you see the intricacy, the time, the detail. Today we have modern machine, we have computers who can design these pieces, and they can be mass produced by hundreds of thousands of them, which to me it's nice to have a beautiful design, but the handwork, the one of a kind pieces, the idea of a jeweler sitting there, hand fabricating a piece, like for instance this simple little pin right here that I just stuck to my finger. This is a simple little piece from about 1850, 1860. Simple little gold pin. But when you look at the sides of this, it's all cut out. It's all pierced.
Gallery work.
Little gallery work. That is all done by hand by a small saw blade. So this is drawn out from a sheet of gold. They cut it out. Then they pieces together. There's probably about 10 or 15 pieces of metal right here. All hand done. This gentleman, whoever made this, probably had several days in this simple little pen. Whereas today we can take a computer, design that in about 30 minutes, and then print it out and you can mass produce it. But it doesn't have the character to me that the handmade pieces do, which that's what I love about estate pieces.
So if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us on Facebook and on YouTube tonight. We're going to show you some jewelry that we're going to have Thursday here at our open house from 10 to 7:30. And you don't need an appointment to come in. We're ready to go on Thursday.
That's right.
So we've got things like he just showed you, this old pen up to somewhat modern pieces. It's interesting, the 80s are coming back, people. A lot of grandmas are giving their grandchildren their jewelry, so we're seeing omega collars and the herringbones,
big gold
marquee shaped stones, are kind of modernizing them in the way people are setting these stones now. But
marquee diamonds are definitely coming back big. We've got a beautiful, again, a pre-owned piece. An estate piece means pre-owned. Here's a beautiful piece right here. We could put it on this piece. Yep.
By the way, so a lot of these pieces we have got on our website the last couple of days, so you might want to check out our website. It's got, of course, all the weights and everything and nice pictures of everything. But we'd love for you to come Thursday and join us and play with us.
We've got some incredible values too, by the way. The nice thing about estate jewelry a lot of times is when you figure the value of these pieces, what it would take to reproduce that or make that today, we can tell you and show you what these prices would be, and then we show you the price we're selling for. You'll be amazed. You'll be very excited. You're getting a lot of these pieces are one of a kind. They're all handmade, and you've got something nobody else will ever have.
That's right. That's one of our bullet points.
There you go.
Exceptional value is oftentimes you can find in estate jewelry. Even us as jewelers, if we go to an estate show, like Gabrielle and Russ and I've been to some estate big shows in New York, and we just go gaga, don't we?
Yeah.
We love it. All three of us were like, but you can oftentimes find exceptional value in estate jewelry. We have to go through things and evaluate them to kind of what would it cost it in today's date to manufacture this and how to price it. But things like gold jewelry, this type of thing, gold is $2,600 an ounce now, and you'd be surprised the great value you can find in old heavy gold pieces, in diamonds, that type of thing.
Yeah, for instance, this piece today, based off the weight, if it was made by a present day manufacturer, believe it or not, this heavy gold piece would be over $24,000 for these two chains. We're selling these for $14,000.
Yeah, and see,
Which is a lot of money, but these are beautifully made, exquisite, very heavy.
Isn't that almost 90 grams of gold, I believe?
Yeah, it's about it's over 3 ounces of gold
I've got
in
the
this
notes
piece.
right here.
Fantastic piece.
Yes, that is 91 grams of gold. So
3 ounces, about 3 ounces
beautiful.
of gold.
So we're just going to start. If you have any questions about estate jewelry, we'd love for you to ask in the comments, and please share. Let people know what we're doing. We do work in Raleigh in our studio, but we are on the World Wide Web, not just the Raleigh Wide Web. So we want everybody to know what we do here, as well. Our beautiful custom design that Russ does. But we just have always had a real heart for estate jewelry, so that's why we're going to talk about that and have our open house this
That's
week.
why I appreciate the antique jewelry, the antique estate jewelry, because I know what I have to do to make pieces, and I have modern equipment, and I know how much time it takes me. So I look at these pieces and the intricacy of them and realize this was all done by hand without modern electrical equipment that I have.
Right.
So it fascinates me to see it. I'm going to show you the
Well,
oldest
Let me
piece.
show them what I have on first.
Okay.
Okay. So I have on more modern. These are some.
You've got the whole transition
I
of
do.
decades.
I've got all the decades.
Centuries.
These are old, but they're modern old. I bought these, I think, in the 80s. So then we go down to, I've got this. This is a authentic Art Deco ring that I just love it so much. It's got beautiful calibrate sapphires. They used to do all this beautiful pierced work by hand. I picked up this gold bracelet, love, just like kind of a Wonder Woman bracelet. This
That's
is
probably from the 50s or 60s, right there, we think.
textured with gold, nice heavy piece. And then I love this. I wear this piece all the time, and I get so many compliments. This is an Edwardian piece.
Which
that
is
I
like the
just
turn of the
adore.
century of 1900, 1890 to 1910, something like that.
So it went from Edwardian to Nouveau, but a lot of that was floral, organic, inspired, but with a lot of negative
And look
space.
at this. Here's an Edwardian ring that could go with that too,
Is
that
that
you
everything?
probably realized we had.
Yeah. Oh, I love that little ring. No, I do realize we have that ring. I love that little ring. So, all right, show us your brooch. And please, if y'all have any questions about anything, please let us know.
This is the oldest piece we have, and probably one of my favorite pieces. We keep this inside of a box. So the box is inside of a box because to show you the beauty and the artistic value here is they literally built a box for this particular piece of jewelry. In other words, this was so meticulously done. Look how beautiful this is. This is a pendant from about 1840, 1850. And back in those days, the white metal they had was sterling silver. They did not have platinum. They had no idea what white gold was. They only had yellow gold. And yellow gold was the valuable metal, so all pieces had to have yellow gold on it. This has a little back piece of yellow gold. Mimi has on the Edwardian piece.
Mine's like that too.
The top of it is white, but the back of it is yellow gold because the yellow gold was the value for those people. But this piece here is beautiful old rose-cut antique diamonds. These are all cut by hand, by eye. There's no machinery involved whatsoever. Many, many, many hours of time was
Just
creating this
the
piece.
artist's talent is
Beautiful piece.
and they cut diamonds back then with bigger facets because they wanted them to twinkle in the candlelight. So
So beautiful, elegant
I
pieces.
love that that's lived in that box for that
It did.
long.
The box is precious. You know, the books, it has the actual, if you look in most books, antique books, it has that same pattern. It's like the inside cover of books. So this was handmade for a piece of jewelry. Same time period, classic little, kind of a crescent moon pearl pin. These are very prevalent. very popular during that time period. I've seen a lot of these over the years. We have one, and I love this little piece. It's a great for lapel. Also, it'd be nice for even a man, because men are wearing the pearl necklaces now and all kinds of crazy things. So, I mean, that actually would look great on the lapel for a man's suit or tie.
Well, they did in Hollywood. I think the last 2 award seasons, there's been more men wearing beautiful antique brooches, which I adore seeing. Because we don't dress like we used to,
No.
you know. We don't wear.
This
But
time.
they say the shoulder pads are coming back for women
Oh,
too.
no, that's
so
terrible.
maybe the brooches will come back.
It's out of the Rat Pack era, back, and Dean Martin and those guys were in Vegas. They always wore tuxedos every night. They had a cigarette in one hand and a glass of bourbon in the other, and they dressed and they wore nice jewelry. We need to
I
get
love
back
to
to
see
that
men.
time.
I know.
Yeah,
I love
that's
to see
great.
men in a suit.
Yeah. So I think going down from the Edwardian period, the next period you would see would be the Art Deco period, which is from like the 1915 range to the 1930s, which to me was the most beautiful time for jewelry, the most prevalent time. That's when platinum really became strong into play, and platinum's a great metal for jewelry. It holds it well. It's difficult to work with unless you know what you're doing. But these jewelers, these artisans work with wire, they work with plates, and they hand fabricated everything. Again, like I said before, unlike we do today. But the pieces were all just very intricate. Here's a beautiful classic Art Deco
Put it in
ring
the light
also.
box.
Mimi's got one of her own ring is
Put
just
it in the light
incredible.
box so you can see it. So
They tend to have a lot of filigrees, pierce work. They tend to be, very balanced type rings. The braces, we love the Art Deco braces because they were usually bold, and each link is a mirror of the next link. Everything had to match, be the same. There's a lot of intricacy and perfection in these pieces. But those are 2 beautiful rings
So
right there.
the ring on the left is for sale. I don't know if we've priced it yet, but
No, we
we'll
don't.
give you some prices as we go.
It'll be there Thursday. Come see us.
But we're
And-
just going to go through this real quick.
And for fun, here's an Art Deco pen. Take a look at this. However, you have to know the history of Art Deco. You have to know how things were made. This is a reproduction piece. Yes, it looks like a classic Art Deco pen. But if you look on the back of it, you can tell it hasn't been drawn and hand pierced with saw blades like the other pieces. It's perfectly done, which means this was a piece that was cast and it's made to look like an Art Deco. It's also in white gold, not platinum. All Art Deco pieces were made in platinum. They did not have white gold until around after World War II. So this is a classic example of a beautiful reproduction piece, but it does not have the value of a classic Art Deco piece.
Okay. What else you got?
What else do we have? Here's a fun little piece. Let's get the mid-mod, the mid-modern era. This is a fun little
Speaking
piece.
of big
You got to get
brooches.
this one to move. This is like a plume of feathers or fireworks going off. The cool thing is the centerpiece, as you can see, is moving. It's designed. It's on a little spring action there, which
It's like seizure jewelry.
to me is kind of weird. We laugh and call this seizure jewelry. There's a company that makes some modern pieces that move like that kind of float, and several of the chain stores promoted it. But this is one of the original pieces from the 50s. They started doing this. It's a beautiful
And,
piece of jewelry.
This is on our website. We got this up today. This retails for $9,900.
It is
so it's
a
a-
bold piece of jewelry.
It's a beautiful brooch. I have the price tag through here, but there's a loop at the top that you can put a chain through to wear it as a brooch. But I love the dimension
As a
of that.
pendant or brooch.
What did I say?
You said brooch.
Okay,
twice.
thank you for correcting me.
Now, here's another mid century piece here. This is a beautiful, elegant 18 karat yellow gold textured piece with platinum and diamond links inserted between it. It's when you put it on the catch, you don't see anything. It all blends. It's like a continual single piece.
Again, the price tag is annoying, but
Very nice, elegant piece of jewelry right there.
it is very heavy. There's what, 14? Is it 14 carats of diamonds in this?
I think it's a lot. Yes, incredible piece of jewelry. That's part of what we have in our sale. Here's
Yes,
another
and
little.
that is available for $29,000 if you'd like to come write us a check on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. It is valued at a whole lot more. To build a bracelet like this today, or really on the estate market in like the larger cities or the famous cities we would go to buy these kind of pieces, that piece is probably somewhere in a $36,000 to $40,000 price range. Here's a little bracelet that we actually made ourselves in a way. This bracelet actually had several links that had diamonds, like a diamond line bracelet inside, inserted in this piece. And the customer wanted to have the diamonds taken out and made straight bracelets. So we did that. So instead of wasting a beautiful bracelet, we just kind of cleaned it up and made it a nice classic wide wearable soft bracelet. It's a beautiful
It
piece.
feels good. It's very supple.
Easy to wear, something you can stack.
So we have this priced at $3,850.
That's the retail if you had to replace it or buy it today. We're offering this during our sale at $2,200. So there's one of the values we're gonna have. We're gonna have some great values on our sale this Thursday. So please come see us. We'll be here from 10 o'clock till about 7 o'clock on Thursday. If you're in the area, please stop by. We also will have some treats and we'll have some libations.
Treats.
Which means wine and some good bourbon.
All right,
So,
let's show some of these.
what else we got? All right, let's have some fun with this. Again, let's go back to the 90s.
Are you back here now?
We've done a little bit of everything. Let's go to the 90s now. Let's hold those up. 90s were famous for yellow gold. They were famous for baguette diamonds. This is one of the most beautiful pair of earrings.
These are exquisite.
Setting baguettes is difficult. Matching baguettes is extremely difficult. So combining those two with going in multiple rows in different directions, white diamonds between them. This is an elegant, beautiful, classic, timeless design that I don't think will ever be out of fashion. They're just so brilliant. Beautiful earrings.
This,
One of a kind, almost ever seen like this.
This reminds me of New York when vodka was popular and we'd go to the Russian place and eat caviar.
The Russian tea room, you mean?
No, well, Shannon and I went to this place. We had vodka and caviar, and we had on our furs.
Oh, I didn't know about this one.
So these would have been fabulous in that Russian restaurant having the caviar. Aren't they gorgeous? Baguettes are really tough to work with, but to be able to get them all tension set like that is just pretty amazing.
These are statement pieces. We've got quite a few, if you've seen so far, quite a few statement pieces, but we also have some pieces that are really more everyday, more playful, more fun.
All right, so what do we price? What is the price on those?
These, let's see, get my glasses on here. These today, if these were bought and made today, these earrings would be somewhere around the 12,000 range. We're offering these for $8,500.
Okay.
So they're great, great value. There's, I think, 3 carats of diamonds, I believe, in here.
They're beautiful. This is a designer ring. I love this designer. We used to work with Hammerman Brothers in New York. Brett Hammerman was second generation.
Yep, he and his sister.
I love this ring. I just love this. Like, let's just throw some diamonds on the side.
And look at
It's
here.
just yummy. It feels so good on the hand.
There's some earrings to go with it.
Got matching earrings. This is beautiful work. It's got beautiful gallery work underneath the ring. That's always a mark of a very nicely made piece. But they didn't just put little diamond melly on the side. They were like, let's put some diamonds on here. So this is a beautiful ring. This ring, it is big and heavy, but it really feels so good, even on my little hand.
And go back to this. We were very fortunate to go to their studio in New York City and had the best time. He just moved. He redid it. I got to go in his shop, see where his jewelers were. He had like 6 benches in there, and he had a whole wall of their models and their designs. So I got to see a lot of the things he did. So these pieces that Mimi are showing you from Hammerman Brothers are literally all originally hand-carved, handmade pieces. Then he makes molds, and he can reproduce his own molds and then go back and do the handwork on them. So these are their own designs. They're all copyrighted and incredible pieces of jewelry.
Yeah.
Extremely heavy, well made, 18 karat gold.
Oops, I'm sorry. So a fair retail on the ring would be about $15,000, and on the, where do you keep moving my price tags? Where'd that one go?
I don't know. It fell. Oh, here it is.
Okay, close in price. The earrings, you get 2 for this price, $14,000.
And again, these are about 20% less than what they are asking for the pieces today. You can call Hammer and Brothers actually about these pieces. They can still make them for you, but it will not be anywhere close to the price we're offering them at.
Yeah, beautiful pieces. Love it. They do not skimp on quality.
No.
All right, let's show something fun. We've got some price tags on these, but we're trying to get ready. This is talking about brooches. This is just such a fabulous piece. This bird. This is natural diamonds with yellow sapphires, green saphirite garnets, red rubies, and blue sapphires. The little fella's holding a nice cabochon blue sapphire. His eyes are sapphire, and he's got a black onyx beak. That would be a real showy thing to run around Key West in.
That's a Key West piece. We need to go down to Key West and
Hey,
take that with us and sell
let's take it to Hawaii, or let's go to the south of France. Let's take the little fella. He looks like he'd like to travel.
That's an amazing piece of jewelry right there.
Yes. So a fair retail on this would be $11,900. I was having to count all these stones today. There's a lot of stones in here. It's beautiful.
There's like, 20 carats of stones? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but there's a lot of stones
I've got
in
it
there.
on all my paperwork.
Let's
What
see,
else you got
one
in
other
there?
little fun. Oh, one little fun piece. I love this.
Oh, I like this too.
gotta
Another
get
brooch,
this
an animal brooch of a different ilk.
This is really cool.
Lisa that works with us loves this.
These are black diamonds and white diamonds, a spider. This is a fantastic piece. It is so well made, and it's got the black rhodium, so the white metal, has the black tone to match the diamonds.
Yeah, these are
Incredible
black
piece.
diamonds on his body and natural white diamonds on the legs. We had fun counting those today too, didn't we, Gabrielle?
Yes.
This is a fun piece. I was trying to find some comparables online, and I didn't see anything like the spider or the parrot. A lot of these pieces. So a fair retail on this would be $7,600.
And we're selling that for $4,900.
I love him. I don't like snakes, but I do like the spider. Gabrielle, you don't like the spider. All right.
Now,
Hand me something else.
estate jewelry can also be, as we said earlier, modern. Could be pre-owned jewelry. Here's some very popular things. Here's a David Yurman collar. David Yurman's been around since the mid-1980s. We were one of his first 10 accounts when he became a designer back in the mid-80s. We, like I said, were one of his first
Show it this guy.
10 accounts. I remember
Yep.
going to New York and buying from him, and we had a great time. We sold the pieces quickly, and we reordered more, and he was
Yeah,
very
we did
excited.
have very successful. We used to go to dinner with them and have fun.
Had good times.
His wife Sybil loved to feed people out of her pocketbook, didn't she?
She did.
She was sweetie. So this is one of his classic choker collars of sterling silver with the 14 karat gold X's. We do have this one on the website today. Authentic David Yurman. We used to sell it, so we can tell. This retails for $8.99. We have a John Hardy chains. I remember we met John Hardy in Pasadena, California, when we were at one of those La-di-da shows, and we loved the line. This is all hand woven. It's round, and they weave, the wires go up like this, and then they extrude it through some kind of
tube.
form
It's
to
a
kind of
tube,
flatten the
yeah.
wires and make it oval. But this was one of their signature pieces for John Hardy. This is a 18-inch sterling silver necklace with the sterling silver catch. Again, this is on the website today. This is $600, and we have some Tiffany pieces also.
Classic bead.
Classic beads. I mean, I put my notes on the website say this would make a great gift for
And a
someone.
sterling bangle.
This has, I think these are 9mm beads. It has the little tag here that shows it's a Tiffany and Company piece. But we have this available for $450, and it's strung on a silver chain, so it's a nice sturdy piece. And you've got a couple of other Tiffany pieces. The bangle and the
Yeah,
hoops.
Joe's bangle pulled up, so yeah.
This is a charm to wear on a chain. It's just a little loopy thing. To be honest, I'm not sure if this was like you just wore this and maybe you added some other things on the sides. I didn't have a chance to look that up today. That's $150. The stamped Tiffany and Company with the year on the front. And there's a bangle and some earrings.
Yep.
Classic bangle. This would make a great gift for someone.
Hoop earrings.
It's got Tiffany Company on the outside, but it's also authenticated on the inside. We have this available for $400. It's in great condition too. These are pre-owned, but they're in really good shape. And the hoop earrings.
Hoop earrings.
I
Also
feel like
too.
we're gonna sell these before Thursday. This is it's kind of a squared off rounded hoop. These have a really great feel to them. Just a nice everyday size hoop. Again, these are on the website, but these are available for $350. Authentic Tiffany and Company. So we get pieces from them from time to time. We usually sell them pretty quick.
Yep. And we do have a few men's pieces, not a whole lot, but we do have a nice bracelet here, a classic curved link bracelet. You can put that in the box there. We've got this priced at $990. It's 10 karat, yellow gold. This was in the catalog today. We looked some pieces up like this. It was over $2,000 for one of this weight. So this is a great value. It's perfect condition. Not a scratch on it. We
What'd
also
you
have
choose?
two rings here.
Men's
And
rings.
I'll polish these up, and one of these rings, I put a satin finish. This particular piece, that's a jadeite. It's beautiful green
I love the
jadeite,
texture.
and we put a little satin finish on that just to give it a little contrast. Because the stone itself has a little bit of a excuse me texture to it, so I thought the texture ring would be
Yeah, I
nice.
think it's nice. It gives it a real luxe feel.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So this a fair retail on this would be $1,700.
And we're selling that ring for what? What we say? 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
There you
We'll
go.
see.
We got one other men's ring. Here's a classic again, onyx ring. This is a high polish though.
Yeah, classic signet shape and bright polish. Fair retail on this is $1,600. Do you know if that onyx is thick enough if somebody wanted it carved, if they wanted
It
a
can
crest
be.
carved in there?
God, listen to my voice here.
Oh, that'd be very handsome. You went all day and now you're losing your voice. All right, let's show them. We've been on how long? About half an hour here. So we're going to show you a few more pieces. If you have any questions, get in touch with us. You can text us or call us at 919-900-8462. And we will be here Thursday from 10 to 7:30 doing the estate show. So we would love for you to come by and see us. Last week we did the colored stone show on Thursday. It was very successful, even with the lousy weather. We were just really happy. We had a couple of our old Aura clients come by that we hadn't seen in a long time. This is a diamond and sapphire bracelet. These are actually synthetic sapphires.
Tell them why. Because during World War II, they started inventing the synthetic and the I can't talk.
It was just the wartime and the Sears catalog, and things became available to people. They're like, oh, we can buy through the catalog, and so all that technology in shopping and in jewelry making and in gemstone manufacturing kind of came around the same time.
So a lot of bracelets you'll see from the 30s and from the 40s, even the 30s, especially the 40s and 50s were synthetic. Especially all these big bracelets with these squared and rectangle sapphires. Typically they are synthetic sapphires.
So this has a fair retail of $6,900. You know, they made these bracelets too where you could do an added link. So this has 4 and 4 around. Eventually you could go and wasn't this what this was for? To change out the links? Or it turned into that idea where you could replace the
Yep.
links with a diamond link, and then eventually you'd have the diamonds all the way around. But you can see how the diamonds are set flush as opposed to these being channel set. Alrighty. You want to show we've got some really special pieces. You know, talk about generational. We're 3 generations of jewelers with Gabrielle here, but we are very. We were very excited because we have some of Russ's dad's jewelry here that we'll have in the estate sale on Thursday.
There's a piece,
So-
a pearl ring he did with
His
some earrings.
his store was in Chapel Hill. It was called Charles Hopkins. It was down in Amber Alley. If you ever went to Chapel Hill and ate at Rathskeller, it was right across the street. And Elliot handmade all these pieces for this particular client. So we've got a nice little grouping. These are gray pearls done in the 14 karat gold. These are earrings. And then we've got
His style and
white
design
pearls.
was one thing they called it hand wrought jewelry, very organic, had a lot of motion to it. There was some jewelry back also in that time period.
Oh goodness. Here goes this way. I love these. These are
can't-
natural white pearls with the natural diamonds. And these are really pretty clip-on earrings, kind of a spade shape. But I love these. These have a fair market. We didn't put it on here yet. Let's see. You'll just have to come Thursday. Anyway.
Exactly. We have a matching pendant with pearls to go with those two. These were some beautiful earrings he did. A lady brought a pattern in. There was some costume earrings that I think her mother had that looked like this, and he copied these and made these in gold and diamonds and pearls for her. For this
Unless you
customer.
show one of the quartz pieces, the ring. We've got some big quartz, the smoky quartz, smoky topaz. If you like these warm tones of this is all hand wrought. So we'll have all of this on Thursday.
And more, a lot more.
Yes, come by. Yes, come by and play with us. So, is that about a good overview there?
That's a good overview. You've seen the centuries, you've seen some decades. And if you have questions about estate jewelry, we are not the know-it-alls, but we have a pretty good knowledge of jewelry through the centuries and the time periods. If you have some jewelry, maybe you've inherited and you're not sure what it is, we'll be happy to help you figure that out and answer any questions you may have. If you want to come by and send us pictures. But do come see us on Thursday during our estate show. And we have a lot of great pieces. And just again, more than we can show, they're going to be priced very well for this show. Christmas is around the corner. If you have an anniversary coming up, it's a special one, a birthday, you can get a piece and save it.
Yeah. So go to our website. We do have our holiday gift guide up and posted now. We've got some price categories. But we have Russ's beautiful one-of-a-kind jewelry on there in our fine jewelry collection. We have a
One
sterling.
day I'll be an estate jeweler, right?
That's right. We have our sterling silver curated collection on the website, and we are adding the estate jewelry to the website right now. So we'd love to see you Thursday. Pop in from 10 to 7, and we'll just have a good old time.
That's exactly right. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you learned something, saw something you loved, and maybe can't live without. Please come see us Thursday, and we'll have a great afternoon, a great day. And until then, God bless you, and thank you for joining us.